Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna do a little walkabout the end of July here, and I'm gonna show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So here we go. All right, guys, one of my favorite things about my gardens in the hottest part of the season, when things just aren't looking great on my fountains, they always seem to just bring a little happiness to my gardens. I do have some of my Rose of Sharon blooming here. She's got several buds. These are all still in their grow pots because I'm not ready to put them into the ground in this scorching heat. I have some sedums and some artemisia here that seem to be doing really well and beautiful. I love these little guys. And my coreopsis has gone dormant, so I'll be probably cutting that back a bit to give it a little bit of energy to put towards its roots. And I may get another bloom out of those. So we do have some blue plumbago, and we have one bloom. So there's that. And then we have some more plumbago and this spiral boxwood that's hanging in there. So far so good. I do have drip irrigation in this area, so that does help. I have this small little planter of succulents that I just sort of let go and do its thing. Very little water is needed for this guy, so that's always nice. And you can see on the left side that some of my succulents are stressed, so they go that bright reddish purple, which is just amazing. This has got a really velvety feeling leaf, so that one's really great, and I love that whole pot. That pot is so easy. So coming along to this side, we have a beautiful agave, and that one's just doing amazing. I never do anything. All the stress is creating those purple striations on it and dappling on it. You can still see some of the hail damage though, but we're gonna just let it go and do its thing. It's got some really nice new growth coming in without the actual hail damage. Yeah, we got pretty beaten up by the hail. So I have some senna. These are native, and I put 4 of those across the front of the yard. I think it has a very Asian appeal to it, and I think that's really pretty. And I know I've shown y'all this in previous videos, but I just would like to show y'all what it looks like in the end of July, because it's struggling, but it's still hanging in there. And I think in one of my videos I had mentioned it is only about a year old. Actually, it's not even a year old. I planted this season, so this spring mostly all these things are planted in, and then we got hit with this drought. So I do believe that everything is okay underneath the ground. It's just the top part is just kind of hanging in there and putting all its energy into its root system as it should be. Always keeping my bird feeders and all of my fountains full, because the birds come every day. So a new addition to the garden I'm trying is some of this purple mully grass, and in the fall it should send out some really beautiful pink purple shoots that will just add a lot of fall color to the yard. So this is the famous dog bowl. All the little neighborhood dogs stop by, but since it's been evaporating or they've just been drinking that much every day, I have a little gallon of water so the owners can go ahead and fill it up if there's not enough for the puppers, because they definitely look forward to it, and I know it's well appreciated in the neighborhood. So coming along to this side, we're still testing out these sedums. They seem to be hanging in there. I'm really loving the deep red that these are giving me, and these guys are still in the pot. I'm just testing them out before I stick them in the ground. So this is a side of the garden I don't video much because I really don't come over here, but it's doing really well. I have some of the Texas sages that are great, and they give you that really beautiful silvery colored foliage. And I think I mentioned before that when it rains or it's going to rain, they'll start blooming, so that's always a fun thing. Some of our lantanas that are just looking a little sad. I think I'm going to water this side of the garden today. I kind of water in sections, that way it's not as overwhelming. I'll do one little section of the yard every day. So we have lots of our spineless prickly pear because they just thrive here. And look how pretty the light's hitting them. It's really nice. Should probably come over here more often. Here's some more of our barrel cactuses that are still thriving, but last night I noticed that they're shrinking. They're still firm, but what I'm thinking is happening is that it's utilizing all the water that it takes in, and they're actually getting smaller. So I'm not sure. I may go ahead and give them a little sip this weekend. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you have more experience with these, and if I should go ahead and give them a sip or just let them ride it out, because they're pretty drought tolerant. So let me know about that. Alright guys, so that's going to be the front yard tour for end of July, and I hope you had fun and enjoyed it and learned some things. And please make sure to comment. Let me know if you have any tips and tricks up your sleeves to keep things looking good and to keep Boston gardening. Thanks a lot, guys.